Alright, we got a game here today against the deck that I actually had Eternal Freeze go up against for its first ever pilot game in that video a long time ago. Darkrai, Hydreigon. We see my opponent starts off with the Guard Press Dino. That's it used to be the least commonly seen one, but now it's actually become most common since Guard Press can reduce damage, you can attach an energy, and maybe not get KO'd by Mewtwo. Decent start from me. We got a Ditto down on the bench, a Water Energy, and a Colress Machine. So we certainly threaten a Blizzard on the next turn, and we also can theoretically have a Dusknoir next turn as well, if we get the right cards. But we've got an Ultra Ball from my opponent, getting out Darkrai. That's what you want to start powering up, of course, with this deck. It's kind of fallen out in popularity since Boundaries crossed, I guess. But it can still be a pretty solid deck. The moving stuff around and healing off damage with Max Potion can still be pretty decent. So I missed what that Skylo's for, but attaches a Blend Energy and retreats. And drew a Dusknoir, so now I'm really wishing I had Duskull, so we could get out Noir this turn, but I think he's just going to be Junipered away. But that is why I played 3 Dusknoir. We only typically need 2. So let's see what we got here. You know, this is one of these situations where I don't really want Verbank to come out, so I may want to go ahead and use Laser. At the same time, this is a Hydreigon deck, so usually you don't find room for Laser in those. But you never know, there could still be a thin line of it in there. Debate on what to do here. Unfortunately, I don't have my candy, so I decided to just go ahead and just bench the Duskull, since it's not going to come out immediately. If I really wanted to, I could have transformed, Ultra Balled for Dusclops, but usually I want to use Dusclops to help set up that second Dusknoir, so I choose not to do that. My opponent apparently has a dead hand, just has to pass, and we're going to begin using Frost Prison, I suppose. We're going to throw down Floatstone, and maybe Ultra Ball, discard some stuff. Yeah, we're going to discard a Switch, and a Laser, and we're going to take probably Dusclops here. Yep, Dusclops. Go ahead and get that evolved. And we will have Dusknoir on the next turn, and he will have a Floatstone attached. So pretty decent start. We got a turn 3 Frost Prison, and we have not seen much pressure at all from my opponent. So we're going to Frost Prison, get some damage on the Darkrai, and is that a Zweilous? No, I think it's still a Dino. Let's see, we've got an Ultra Ball. Oop, there's a Hydreigon. And is it a rare candy? Yes, it is. It is a rare candy into Hydreigon and a Juniper. So, look at how much damage is on the Darkrai, though. I think we have racked up enough. We've done what? We've done 60. There's a Verbank. That's that would have been nice to get last turn, but looks like we've got. I see 350 damage counters on there, which means we've got 160 damage plus that 10. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get rid of his stage 2. Since this Darkrai is already locked active, we're going to be able to Frost Prison. It will completely empty the hand, but we'll have a pretty decent board position. The only danger is Tool Scrapper, or if Ditto gets captured out, he might be able to buy a turn. But we are going to take a prize. This is where Town Map, of course, would be very nice. We would be able to see where my supporters are in the prizes and peel those out. But unfortunately for this series, did not have it. And I think here I'm confused as to whether or not I have enough damage, and I'm second guessing myself, but I'm pretty sure I do have enough damage. We did let's see, we did 60 plus 80, so that's 140, and then 20 total from poison, so that'll be 160. That is what we started with on the Darkrai. And what do we get? Okay, we got a Gold Potion, and not the best thing in the world, but I'll certainly take it. And we'll get Verbank in play, and Darkrai is going to start feeling the hurt really soon. Damage is going to start racking up. My opponent does have a pretty big hand, though, so typically we do see Keldeo come down in this deck. And there's definitely a lot of open bench spaces right now to put him down. So let's see what this Skylo is going to give. Takes a while to think about it. Got to get an Ultra Ball. Probably Ultra Ball out for Keldeo. I don't have a catcher in hand right now, nor do I have really anything in the hand right now except for a Gold Potion. And looks like he's just going to be content to start getting a Darkrai powered up. And this could be alright. There's a switch, so that'll protect my Ditto from being captured. But we're going to go ahead and Sinister Hand and get some damage on the Darkrai with energy now. Probably going to, since this is a Darkrai Hydreigon deck, I'll probably go ahead and move all the damage from Darkrai onto, or from the active Darkrai onto the benched one. Reason being that I'm going to go already hit him for 80, as well as 30 from the Verbank poison. And I want as little damage on that active Darkrai as I can. Another thing I might want to do is leave enough damage on there such that he'll be able to die from poison coming back into my turn. Then the Darkrai with energy will be forced active. So I could do that as well, but you know, I suppose I could always just take the knockout with dusknoir. So yeah, I'm just going to continue this long, grueling process of moving all the damage over there. This way, if he does want a max potion, you know, I'll have as little damage on the no energy Pokemon as I can, and as much damage on the 2 energy Pokemon as I can. So it'll make his max potion pretty painful if he tries to heal the majority of the damage off. So up, and there it is, max potion. There's an N, which actually kind of bails me out. And we got a Juniper in this hand, so that's that means I can get rid of it and get a new hand if need be. So I always like to see that, of course. And there's a Dark Patch. Gonna get that on that Darkrai, which is now fully powered, but yeah, it's only got 20 HP left, so he's definitely gonna need something else. He definitely cannot get a Hydreigon out unless he can cancel this poison somehow. And there's a Keldeo, so that'll be able to cancel the poison. Yeah, so he'll be able to cancel this poison now. Rush in, and with Dark Cloak from that Blend Energy, free retreat, and hit me for 90, but yeah, all of his energy except for that Blend is about to go down, so let's see what we want to do from this hand. I got 2 Sharens and a Juniper, as well as an Ultra Ball, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting another Articuno ready. We'll just get rid of the Sharens, Ultra Ball for, I guess, Duskull. Seems to be the most likely thing we're going to need right now. I already had to use Dusclops to get out my first stage 2, so ooh, we're actually going to Juniper away the Duskull, saying, you know what, I don't need you. I have 1 Noir, and he's going to take me all the way, to which, of course, I draw into an Ultra Ball and a Rare Candy, so which would get me a second Dusknoir. So I feel like I did that intentionally, just getting rid of the Duskull, for whatever reason, just siphoning it out. But, looks like with the having of the Ultra Ball and the candies, maybe I should not have. Having 2 Dusknoirs is kind of nice, especially when Dusknoir is one-shotted by Darkrai. So let's see what I want to do here. I definitely want to get this energy off the board. He's got 30 HP left, and he's not poisoned, so I'll just have to heal off 50 more damage from him. Definitely want to go ahead and get that damage off the board, or get that energy off the board, decrease the chances I get hit again. My gold potion did get end away, so he's got 70 HP, so we can hit him for 10 more, or heal off 10 more. Gonna put the damage on Keldeo, since that's what's got the blend energy, and he has no easy way to move that off. Even if he played something like a tech energy switch that you can sometimes play in Hydreigon to do your Hydreigon stuff when Hydreigon's not yet out. Even if you did that, that won't be able to get blend energy, of course. And I Ultra Ball for something else. What am I getting here? Could just be thinning cards at this point, since I am about to take 2 prizes. Looks like I'm going to transform Ditto into a... I don't know why that says heal 30. I'm pretty sure Ditto's got, or Articuno's got 100 more HP than Ditto has. But anyway, just thinning cards for in right there, I guess. And we get a Float Stone. And what else? Level Ball out of the prizes. So no supporters from prizes yet. But there is a Juniper, so that can potentially make some explosive plays happen. There's another Darkrai. And the Keldeo is still there. We still need to get a catcher. I think I only have run 2 catcher in this list. So at some point we definitely need to get that catcher and bring up that Keldeo. And whoa, all of a sudden there's a bunch of Pokemon on the bench. There's a Mewtwo and another Dano. So we got a Plasma Energy in this hand, so maybe we'll go ahead and attach that manually. And I guess just burn this level ball. Or probably burn the level ball. Probably, yep. Yep, I'm going to commit to having only the 1 Dusknoir in this game, apparently. Don't fear catcher at all, clearly. Could go ahead and play this in, but he's only got 2 cards and 6 prizes, so that's probably not the best idea in the world. I do have energies, and I've got water energies, so that's stuff I like. Right now, since he's got 4 bench Pokemon, one of them has an Eviolite, I believe anyway. Blizzard's gonna deal the greater amount of damage, so I just go with that. He does have a Keldeo with Blend Energy providing Dark, so he can rush and retreat, cancel the poison, so Blizzard's gonna be the overall greater amount of damage. So I get End anyway, and oop, there's my gold potion. So now I'm desperately hoping he does not pull off a Night Spear this turn. I think he's only got 1 energy on that Darkrai on the bench, so it could happen. Random Receivers gets the Skyla, probably not what he wanted, although his deck is looking pretty thin. So top deck of Juniper, awesome. And these Duskulls, I didn't really want them anyway, so I guess we're gonna Juniper them away, since I've been burning Ultra Balls for just to thin them out of the deck. So we're gonna Sinister Hand, of course, and move some damage. I guess we'll move damage off onto the Eviolite and Darkrai, since that's gonna be a kind of a pain to kill anyway. Of course, it is moving damage counters. You're not doing the damage, so Eviolite's not knocking it off each time. But at that, I'll go ahead and Juniper, and still do not have Catcher. Desperately need to bring that Keldeo active. We're gonna Caller's Machine, get another Plasma Energy, and there we go. We got another Articuno ready to go. And at least we have a Skyla for a Catcher on the next turn. So we want to go ahead and move Sinister Hand damage off to stuff that's got energy for sure, because that's what we want to move it to in case of Max Potion again. He probably runs at least 2, if not 3 or 4. And unfortunately, Keldeo's still sitting on the bench, so we're gonna have to resort to Blizzard again to do 10 more total damage to his side. And ooh, there down comes a Sableye actually. And he catches up Dusknoir, which does have a Float Stone. So is he gonna go for a kill on it maybe? But there's a Max Potion on Keldeo, and Juniper's Noir goes down. This could be pretty bad. There looks like an attachment from the hand. But no Dark Patch, so Noir is safe. Gonna free retreat in here, and 120 damage there. Or 120 HP left there. We got 60 damage on the active. I think maybe we can knock this thing out, but we're definitely going to catch up that Keldeo. Thank you, Skyla. You finally got me what I needed. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and move damage onto the thing with energy again to... This is the 3rd time I've said this video. To discourage Max Potion use. That's, sometimes when you're playing this deck, you can, especially on TCG Online, because Sinister Hand is such an annoying ability to use, since you do have to move it one at a time at so many clicks. You can get really lax with your damage moving around, but this game I tried to kind of stay on top of it. I didn't move all the damage onto it, but you see there is a 3rd energy on Darkrai, but he has now decked himself out. Typically Darkrai Hydreigon decks run maybe 1 copy of Switch. And, he's using that Keldeo, of course, but the single Keldeo, once he filled up the bench, licking my chops. Single Keldeo, I will eat that up all day, and no Switch means I will eat it up in a double portion. So, yeah, Keldeo's paralyzed. Of course, he decks himself out. At that point, unless he had another Switch, then I don't think it would have mattered, even if he had plenty of cards left in his deck. But anyway, that is the game. Kind of funny that we do get a real game against the deck that this deck originally got a demo game against, where it proceeded to steamroll because I engineered it that way. The one deck that does not run Switch is what I decided to test against. So there's that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Later days.